Good evening and welcome to Onondaga Community College as the 4 and 14 Newark Pilots are looking to fly their planes into clearer skies on the road against the 11 and 6 Onondaga Flames. The Pilots come into tonight's matchup just 1 and 8 away from Colburn Park and sit in the cellar of the Western Division in the PGCBL, 9.5 games behind the leader, the Jamestown Jammers. The Pilots will send their 5'9" Taiwanese right-hander, Peng Fei Wong, to face the Flames. He's making his 5th appearance and 3rd start on the season. In 17 2/3 previous innings, he's allowed 13 hits, 8 runs, 4 earned, 3 walks, and has struck out 14 batters. He will be opposed by Jake Binder, a right-handed sophomore from Ithaca. He's making his 4th start. He's 1-2 and has a 10.80 ERA. It's 72 degrees and cloudy here at Onondaga Community College in Syracuse, New York. You're listening to Frank LaSala on the Newark Pilots Radio Network. Now let's play some baseball. Jorge Leon digs in the left-handed batter's box against Binder, working from the windup. Leon waits. The first pitch, squares the bunt, pulls it back, taken outside. Ball 1. First pitch, 5:04 Eastern here in Syracuse. Leon will be followed by John Ballier and Will Alaka to start this first inning off of Jake Binder. Leon's at short, Ballier's in left. Alaka's the designated hitter. Poe is the catcher. Battaglia at first, the 2-0 to Leon. Taken for 3 balls, no strikes. So Battaglia is at first, batting 5th. Nick Eli at 3rd, batting 6th. Matthew Lillard in right, batting 7th. The 3-0 to Leon misses. A 4-pitch walk to start this game to the Pilot shortstop Jorge Leon. Matthew Lillard in right, batting 7th. Christian Orr playing 2nd, batting 8th. And Mark McKenna in center field, batting 9th for the Pilots. Digging in, the 2nd of 4 lefties in this Pilots lineup against Jake Binder, it's John Ballier. He's batting .271 on the year with a .362 on-base percentage. Leon leads off first. He's being held on by Trey Bauer for the Flames. The first pitch from Binder, working for the first time from the stretch. Make that 5 straight balls to start this Sunday night. Binder from the stretch. Leon leads off. Inside strike to John Ballier. The count is 1-1. Ballier looks down at his third base coach, Franklin Bush, for the sign. Jake Binder's gone 11 2/3, 18 hits, 14 runs, 6 walks, and 6 Ks in his previous 3 starts. The 1-1 misses high. Ball 2. Camilo Spinoso from Lemoyne is catching Binder in this game. We saw Spinoso in game 2 of the doubleheader back at Colburn Park on Friday night. Ballier waits. The 2-1. Leon goes. Pitches outside. Leon is dead at second base. So Jorge Leon caught stealing. Looked like a missed sign. Leon had a great jump, then just stopped running. It appears he didn't know the count. The count went to 3-1 to Ballier, so it's a caught stealing, and now it's a walk to Leon. So after a 4-pitch walk, it's back-to-back walks, but only 1 runner on after Jorge Leon got caught stealing. So John Ballier, he's on first base now for the Pilots after a 1-out walk. The batter is Will Alaka, the designated hitter. Takes a low, ball 1. Alaka got the first hit of the night last night off Elmira starter Houston Roth in the bottom of the 7th inning with a 2-out double to break up his perfect game. Roth struck out 20 Pilots, setting a perfect game record. First pitch to Alaka, or the 1-0 to Alaka, is fouled back. Ball 1. Alaka, the designated hitter tonight. He was at first last night against Elmira. giving Peter Battaglia a half day off. Ballier leads off first. Alaka thinks about the 1-1, pitches high, lays off, and it's ball 2. Alaka 11 for 45, batting .244 with a .320 on-base percentage. Jake Binder working here in the top of the first inning from the stretch. The 2-1 to Alaka misses high, and it's ball 3 to the Pilots' designated hitter. Alaka has 6 hits in his last 3 games, a reason why, although he's not catching, he's still in the lineup. Anywhere he could be, he's been one of the Pilots' hottest hitters of late. The 3-1 Ballier stays put, pitches inside. It's the 3rd straight walk to begin this game for Jake Binder, as the pitching coach will go out and talk to his right-handed pitcher. So Ballier's on second, Alaka's on first. The bases would have been loaded, but Jorge Leon was caught stealing for the first out of this inning after he walked. Pilots are just 1-4 against Onondaga this year. Got swept in a doubleheader here at Onondaga Community College in Syracuse on Wednesday. Lost game 1 4-1 and lost game 2 2-0. 2 great starts from Henry Martinez and Kyle Griffin. Both starters picked the loss. Martinez went the distance in game 1. First pitch breaking ball to the Taiwanese catcher Po Chuan Pan misses, and it's ball 1. Po is catching his countryman Wang. So he's the designated hitter, or he's the cleanup hitter tonight, batting 4th and playing behind the plate. He's got a .300 batting average and a .417 on-base percentage. After not scoring a run in 9 innings last night, the Pilots with a chance here in the top of the first to put one on the board. The 2-0 to Wang, or to Po, misses inside, and it's ball 3. Po, the 5'9" catcher, 187 from Taiwan City, Taiwan, and Fu Jen Catholic University in New Taipei City. It's a 3-0 count to the catcher Po. Runners on first and second take their lead, Po taking all the way, as Binder fires in a strike. So the count is 3-1 now to Po, with Alaka and Ballier leading off first and second. Ballier gets a great jump. It's an inside strike to Tim Adams. We saw Tim Adams with that inside strike all Friday night in game 2. So the Pilots with Tim Adams behind the plate should know that the inside strike is coming, and the Flames too. Tim Adams was the home plate umpire in game 2 of the Flames Pilots doubleheader. So it's a full count. It's a stolen base for John Ballier with Alaka on first. The hitter is Po. The payoff pitch. Alaka goes, fouled back. And Po gets another at-bat, another swing. Stolen base for Ballier was his first. Pilots are 1 for 2 on steal tries this inning. The payoff pitch. Alaka stays this time, and Po takes high, ball 4. So the bases are full of Pilots here in the top of the first with just 1 out. 4 straight walks off the right arm of Jake Binder to start this game. And now the Pilots will send Peter Battaglia to the plate, their first baseman, with the bases loaded. Last time Battaglia came up with the bases loaded in the first inning, he hit a bases clearing double in a 6-run first back against Jamestown about 2 weeks ago. The 1-0. He takes. Count is all evened up at ones. Battaglia back at first base after being the designated hitter against Elmira last night. Or actually had the day off against Elmira last night. Started in both games of the doubleheader, though, on Friday. The count is now 2-0, 2-1 to Battaglia, with the bases full of Pilots. The 2-1 from the stretch. Grounded up the middle. Sisto gloves it. Flips to second. Return throw to first is in time. An inning-ending double play. So no runs, no hits for the Pilots. 4 walks in the inning. But a 6-4-3 double play. And the Pilots strand the bases loaded. No runs for the Pilots. Flames coming to bat. Bottom of the first inning here in Syracuse. Pang Fi Wong on the hill for the Pilots. He's making his second start. In 2 previous starts, he's gone 12 innings, 3 earned runs, 10 hits, 8 strikeouts. He'll face the center fielder Scalzo, the second baseman Canty, and the catcher Spinoso to start this game. He'll work from the stretch, and he'll pitch to his countryman Poe. First pitch fastball misses outside, ball 1. Scalzo, a freshman at Gonzaga, batting .234 on the year. Checks his swing and lines it right to Battaglia. Takes it on a hop, touches first base for the first out of the bottom of the first. So the Pilots in game 1 of the doubleheader here on Wednesday left the bases loaded twice. They've already left the bases loaded once here through a half an inning today. After 4 walks to start the game, a caught stealing, and a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. Wong breaking ball. Leone charges, gloves it, fires to Battaglia at first. 3 pitches, 2 outs. Alex Canty, the second baseman, retired. And that will bring up Camilo Spinoso with 2 outs. The catcher for the Flames went 0 for 3 with a run scored in game 2 of the doubleheader the other night. That was Friday night. The first pitch from Wong outside, ball 1. Wong from New Taipei City, Taiwan, and Van Young University pitching to his Taiwanese battery mate, Poe. Lined past the glove of Christian Orr into center field. McKenna races over, cuts it off, flips it back in to the infield. It's a 2-out single from Camilo Spinoso, and the Flames have their first hit and first base runner in the game. Defense behind Wong, it's John Ballier, Mark McKenna, Matthew Lillard, left to right in the outfield, all left-handed arms. The infield, Nick Eli, Jorge Leon, Christian Orr, Peter Battaglia, all right-handed arms. And catching Wong is his countryman Poe. So after getting the first 2 batters out through 3 pitches, a 2-out single puts Spinoso on first, and the batter will be Gage Lanning. Lanning with a .457 batting average, good enough for first in the league. He's the designated hitter. And he takes inside, ball 1. .457 batting average, .561 on base percentage. That's second. He's also first in triples and ninth in runs. So pretty good out of the cleanup spot for the Flames. 1-0. Wong goes to the breaking ball. It misses. It's ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the first inning here at Onondaga Community College. Wong working from the stretch. Gage Lanning calls time and Tim Adams grants it right as Wong is about to deliver his pitch. Gage Lanning, the junior from Canisius, the designated hitter for the Flames, fouls the 2-0 pitch back. The count is 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch is grounded foul into the Pilots' dugout. And the count is all evened up at 2. So after starting 2-0 to Lanning, Wong has worked back to even this count up. Spinoza leads off first. He's being held on by Pete Battaglia. Wong throws over. Battaglia slaps the tag, but Spinoza back in with a heads first slide. Lanning has 21 hits on the year and 46 at-bats. Wong goes to the slow breaking ball. Lanning gets a piece of it, and the count is still evened up at 2. As Tim Adams gets a new set of baseballs from the Onondaga bench. Spinoza leads off first, a 2-out single to center field to put him there. Battaglia holds him on. The 2-2 to Lanning. Wong from the stretch. The pitch. Breaking ball outside corner. Poe's going to hold it there for an extra second, and the count is full. So with a full count and 2 outs, Battaglia will likely play behind the runner on first. With a right-handed hitter up, he will not. The runner goes. Slow breaking ball. Eli charges it, gloves it, throws it across the diamond for the final out of this first inning. So a 2-out hit wasted. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 Flame left on base. We've played 1 here at Onondaga Community College. No score. Welcome back. Top of the second inning here at Onondaga Community College in Syracuse, New York. Pilots got 4 walks off of Jake Binder in the top of the first, but couldn't do anything with them. A caught stealing and a 6-4-3 double play to end the first. Left 2 runners on. It'll be Nick Eli, Matthew Lillard, and Christian Orr. 6, 7, and 8 in the Pilots lineup. Against Jake Binder, the righty from Ithaca. Nick Eli, first pitch swinging, fouls it off his leg. He'll step out, and the count is quickly 0-1. This is the Pilots' 3rd look at Jake Binder this year. Back on June 10th, went 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 3 Ks, picked up his first win. then started that game back on Father's Day that the Pilots won 18-9. That spanned over 5 days, as it was started on Father's Day and resumed in Game 1 on Friday. He went 3 1/3, 6 hits, 6 runs, 2 walks, and a K. Eli chops it to the shortstop Sisto, throw in the dirt. But Bauer stays on to bail Sisto out of an error, and the first Pilot is retired here in the inning. That will bring up the left-handed right fielder Matthew Lillard. Lillard, making the start in right, appearing in his 9th game, has played in both right and left. His starts have come in right, and his appearances in left have come when he's relieved John Ballier, when John Ballier has gone in to pitch in relief for the Pilots. Binder from the windup. The 1-strike pitch to Lillard misses outside. Ball 1. Binder from the windup. The 1-1 to Lillard. Outside. Ball 2. Lillard with an open stance and socks pulled up. The 2-1 poked the other way. Left fielder goes back, settles under it for the second out of this inning. So Pilots down 1-2 to start this inning, and now the batter will be Christian Orr. Christian Orr without a hit on the summer for the youngest Pilot. He's 0 for 17 with a .292 on base percentage. He's starting at second tonight. In fact, the whole bottom of this order for the Pilots has struggled. Just a combined 6 for 63 between Lillard, Orr, and McKenna. That's good for an .095 batting average. Christian Orr takes a strike 1 pitch. The count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Binder from the windup. Orr pops it up. Bauer, the first baseman, over. Looks at it. Slides and makes the catch right in front of the Flames dugout to end the inning. Pilots go 1-2-3 here in the top of the second. Still no score from Syracuse. Peng Phi Wong finishes his warm-up tosses and now is set for the bottom of the second inning. Allowed just a 2-out hit in the bottom of the first to the catcher Spinoso. He was stranded on a ground out to the third baseman Eli. So it'll be 5, 6, and 7 in the Flames lineup against the Pilots' Taiwanese right-hander. Wong working primarily from the stretch. The first pitch to Bauer, grounded to Eli. He charges, gloves it, fires to Battaglia at first across the diamond for the first out of the inning. Nick Eli, making just his 3rd start, but has played a great defensive third base when his number has been called for the Pilots. Now the lone lefty in the Flames lineup, Sam Little. He's playing right field tonight for them. First pitch from Wong almost hits him. It's in the dirt, and it's ball 1. Sam Little, the right fielder, a sophomore at Ithaca. His twin brother, Webb Little, has played second in a few games against the Pilots with the day off for now. Little from the left-handed batter's box with an open stance, wearing number 9 on his jersey, against Wong wearing number 1. Inside pitch fouled up the first base line, and Wong has evened the count at 1. Little, in his 15th game, he's batting .255 with a .377 on-base percentage. He steps out as Wong steps off. Wong pitching to his Taiwanese countryman Po here in Syracuse, the 1-1 to Little. He thought about it. Pitch missed high. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Wong working from the stretch, the 2-1. Lined into right. This one's going to be foul. So Lillard will go over and retreat the ball. But the count is back even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. As the ball was lined foul from Little. Sam Little went 0 for 2 with a bases-loaded RBI walk and a hit-by-pitch in Game 2. Off-speed pitch, grounded to Christian Orr. Gets on a knee, gloves it, fires to Battaglia at first for the second out. So for the second straight inning, Wong has got the first 2 batters retired. And that will bring up Matt Carey. Carey, the left fielder. These 2 teams played a wild double header on Friday. The first game, the Pilots put up 18. In the second game, the Flames led 7-0 after 2. And then the Pilots came all the way back before surrendering the lead in the top of the 6th. So they split that on Friday. It was the second doubleheader they played of the week, as it's a 1-1 count now to Carey. Pilots got swept here on Wednesday. The 1-1 taken for strike 2. So they play here on Sunday for the 5th matchup against Onondaga in 5 days. The 1-2, slow breaking ball, taken high. Ball 2. Matt Carey batting .259 with a .487 on base percentage, playing left field. The right-hander steps out, and Wong will have to reset on the mound. Wong working from the stretch here in the bottom of the second inning. No score. The 2-2. Misses high, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the number 7 hole hitter, Matt Carey, the 3rd batter in this inning. Poe got the first 2 to ground out. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch from the stretch. It is swung on and missed, strike 3. Matt Carey down swinging. So Wong gets the Flames to go 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the second. It'll be 9-1-2 when the Pilots get back in the top of the 3rd. No score here from Syracuse. Jake Binder finishes his warm-up tosses here in the top of the 3rd inning at Onondaga Community College against the Flames. It'll be Mark McKenna, the center fielder, Jorge Leon, the shortstop, and John Ballier, the left fielder. McKenna, the first of 3 straight lefties against the right-handed Jake Binder to start this 3rd inning. There's no score, just 1 hit on the scoreboard. That's with the Flames. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. Binder has walked 4 batters and is not allowed to hit. Wong has struck out 1 and allowed just 1 2-out single through 2. Count is now 2-0 to McKenna, wearing number 25, playing center field. He's batting just 125 with a 171 on-base percentage. Lined into center field, though. It's the Pilots' first hit, the first hit of this inning, and the leadoff man, Mark McKenna, is on to start this third. So the first hit for the Pilots will flip the lineup back to the top, and it's their shortstop, Jorge Leon. Leon walked on 4 pitches to start this game. Then on a 2-1 count to Ballier, stole second. A called ball 3, but it appeared Leon didn't know the count, thought it was ball 4, stopped running, and got caught stealing. The first pitch now to Leon. He squares the bunt, a drag bunt to the first baseman. Binder, he fields it, throws the first, not in time. An infield single for Leon. The throw gets away. McKenna rounds third. He will be held up at third. It's an infield single and an E1 for Jorge Leon as McKenna and Leon move into scoring position with nobody out here in the third. So back-to-back hits to start this inning for the Pilots. Leon squared to bunt late, so bunting with a hit, and the Flames will bring their infield in the top of the third with no score and nobody out. The batter is the left-handed hitter, John Ballier. The hitter you want up in this situation. He's driven in 8 RBIs, which is good enough for the team high for the Pilots, has also homered. That came off of Jake Binder back on Father's Day. The 1-0 to Ballier. Slapped foul, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Binder working from the stretch. The infield is in. There's runners on second and third. Ballier takes a breaking ball high, and the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Infield is in. The 2-1 to Ballier. Swung on, fouled back, and the count is all evened up at 2. Ballier walked and got all the way to third, but was stranded there back in the first when Binder walked 4 batters. Here, there's 2 runners on second and third on back-to-back singles, and then an E1 on the pitcher. The 2-2 to Ballier, thinks about it, lays off, misses high, and the count is all full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. The infield's in. There's runners on second and third. Pilots threatening here in the top of the third, looking to add a run. Poked foul. Ballier stays alive, and the count remains full. After not scoring a run in 9 innings last night, Pilots with their second chance with runners in scoring position tonight. Left the bases loaded back in the first. Jake Binder working from the stretch. The 3-2. Grounded to short. Sisto dives and makes the play. Will fire to first to keep the ball in the infield and prevent a run from scoring. So John Ballier lines it to the shortstop, but a great diving play prevents a run from scoring. So that should back the middle infield up with 1 out, but they'll keep them in. Keep him in, no runner on first, so no double play opportunity. The batter's Will Alaka. Pitch misses outside, ball 1. All turf surface here at Onondaga Community College, except for the mound where Binder is throwing on. That's all dirt. The count is 1 ball, no strikes. There's 1 out. There's runners on second and third. The 1-0, lined foul, and the count is all evened up at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Will Alaka. Alaka with 6 RBIs on the year. He's batting .244. He walked back in the first. Binder working from the stretch. The 1-1 in the dirt. And the count is 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The out, a great play by the shortstop, Sisto, diving to his right to prevent McKenna, the speedy center fielder, from scoring from third. The 2-1 to Alaka. Takes a breaking ball in the outside corner, strike 2. So the count is all evened up to Alaka, with the catcher Po Chuan Pan waiting on deck. Count is even. There's one out. The infield is in for the Flames. The 2-2. Alaka gets a piece of it, fouls it back. Stays alive. Count is all evened up at 2. Runners take their leads off second and third. The 2-2 to Alaka in the dirt. Ball 3, the count is full. To the second straight hitter off Jake Binder. Binder already with 4 walks and 2 hits allowed, but no runs on the scoreboard for the Pilots. We're 1 out here into the top of the third. Runners on second and third. Alaka thinks about it, lays off. Ball 4. The bases are loaded with 1 out. Spinoso tried to get Tim Adams to ask the base umpire to see if Alaka swung. No dice, as Tim Adams would not ask. The bases are loaded, and the batter is Po. Po, the Taiwanese catcher, making his 7th appearance on the year. He has 4 RBIs, batting here with the bases loaded. The corner infielders stay in, and the middle infield back with the runner on first in double play depth. First pitch to Po, misses, ball 1. Bases are loaded, the 1-0. Po fouls it back at a play. Evens up the count at 1. 2 infield, 2 singles, and then a 1-out walk has loaded up the bases. And an error on Binder here in the third. The Pilots have the bases loaded for the second time tonight. The 1-1 to Po. Ball 2. The last time they had the bases loaded was to Peter Battaglia, who waits on deck. He grounded into a 6-4-3 double play to end the Pilots' threat back in the top of the first. Binder working from the stretch. The 2-1 to Po. Swung on, blooped into right. Sam Little goes over. It will be foul. So close to the line, Sam Little laid off the ball after originally charging. Probably could have made the play in a normal situation, but with the runner on third threatening the tag, lets it drop. The bases remain loaded, and the count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tim Adams gives Binder the count. Now they're ready for play. The bases are full of Pilots. The 2-2 to Po. Swung on, fouled back. Po will see another pitch. Count is still evened up. Po battling in this AB. Binder working from the stretch with the bases loaded. Corner infield in, middle infield back. The 2-2 swung on and missed. Strike 3. Po down swinging. It's Binder's first strikeout tonight. And now the man who hit into a double play, his last time up with the bases loaded, is up with the bases loaded for the second time tonight. Battaglia looking to drive in some runs. The first pitch popped up at a play. Count was 0-1. So 1 strike pitch to the first baseman, Battaglia. The bases are full of Pilots. The 1-0, or the 0-1, the 1 strike pitch, misses. And now the count is evened at 1 ball and 1 strike. McKenna, Leone, and Alaka on the bases. There's 2 outs. We're in the top of the third. There's no score. Pilots have the bases loaded for the second time in 3 innings. Binder steps off. Alaka steps out ahead of the 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Nick Eli waits on deck, hoping for a chance in this inning. Battaglia looking to extend the inning. The 1-1 gets the outside corner. A good frame job by Spinoso to bring that one back. And Battaglia is behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jake Binder a strike away from getting out of this inning. The 1-2 to Battaglia. Tough take outside. Count is evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. to the Niagara University first baseman. Runners take their leads, the 2-2. Low, ball 3. So back-to-back tough takes by Battaglia has put this count full with 2 outs. So the runners will go, start the merry-go-round. There they go, the 3-2. Misses low, ball 4. An RBI walk to Peter Battaglia. 3 straight tough takes after falling behind 1-2. McKenna comes around to score from third for the first Pilots run since Friday night. So that's Battaglia's 8th RBI, and the hitter is Nick Eli with the bases loaded. First pitch takes strike 1. Eli, the 7th batter in the inning, grounded to the shortstop Sisto, his first time up in the second. Bases full of Pilots. Top of the second. They've already got 1 home. Line to second baseman. Diving stop by Canty. Flips to Sisto at short to end the inning. But the Pilots get 1. A 2-out walk to Peter Battaglia. Walks in Mark McKenna for their first run. We head to the bottom of the third. They lead 1-0. So the Pilots get a run in the top of the third on a bases-loaded walk to Peter Battaglia with 2 outs. Wong, working with a 1-0 lead now, fires a first pitch past the glove of Poe to the backstop to the leadoff man, Ricky Sisto, batting just 1 for 22. That's an 0.45 average and a 250 on-base percentage. Wong from the stretch, the 1-0. Slow breaking ball. Sisto looks at it. Thought it was a strike. Tim Adams didn't think so, and the count was 2-0. Wong from the stretch. Slow breaking ball, lined into left. The Flames will have their leadoff man on here in the third. Battaglia, with that strong arm in left, came up firing back to first. The tag from Battaglia just late. Sisto, not expecting it, took a round turn at first, but luckily not hosed. Would have been Battaglia's second, or Ballier's second outfield assist. So he leads off first. Wong working from the stretch again. It's a first pitch fastball to Stephen Bennett for strike 1. Wong from the stretch. Sisto leads off first, being held on by Battaglia. The 1-strike pitch misses high. Ball 1. Wong from the stretch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Battaglia holding the runner on at first. Slow breaking ball fouled back. And Bennett is behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bennett, the third baseman from Canisius for the Flames. He's batting .318 with a .464 on-base percentage. He's up here with nobody out and a runner on first. Poe sets up outside. Wong from the stretch. The 1-2 fastball swung on and missed. Strike 3. The second strikeout for Wong here through 2 1/3. And there's one away. That'll flip the lineup back over for Anthony Scalzo, the center fielder. Grounded out to Battaglia on an excuse-me swing back in the bottom of the first. One nothing lead here at Onondaga Community College. Pilots up. Wong throws over. Sisto dives back in safely. One out in the inning. On a one out or on a strikeout, Poe fires in a first pitch to Anthony Scalzo for strike 1. Scalzo wearing number 26, a freshman from Mercer Island, Washington, and Gonzaga. Takes a 1-strike pitch from Wong for strike 2. Wong looking to pick up his first win and the Pilots' 5th. He's working here with the 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 3rd, looking for a shutdown inning, something Pilots pitchers have struggled with on the year. 2-strike pitch lofted into left. Well, lofted into right. Matthew Lillard settles under it, makes the play for the second out of the inning. So back-to-back outs after the leadoff single, and the hitter is the second baseman, Alex Canty. Canty made a great sliding play to end the top half of this inning, robbing Nick Eli of a hit. Sisto leads off first, reached on a leadoff single. Wong from the stretch, drops in a breaking ball on Canty for strike 1. Sisto waits. Wong from the stretch, pitches high to Canty, who thought about swinging. Lays off. The count is evened up at 1s. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Onondaga Community College in Syracuse. 1-1 misses. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Canty waits. Wong from the stretch. Looks over at Sisto. Now fires the 2-1. Drops a breaking ball again. A late signal by Tim Adams. But it's strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. To the second baseman, Canty. And now time called. The scoreboard says 3-1. The Onondaga scoreboard continues to be wrong here in Syracuse. It says the Pilots only have 1 hit, but they have 2. Refused to give Jorge Leon a single on his bunt. Now the 2-2 in the dirt. Misses. And the count is full. Sisto will get a running start now at first with 3 balls and 2 strikes. Battaglia will play behind him. Wong working from the stretch, looking to avoid his first walk here this evening as we approach 6 o'clock from Syracuse, New York. Wong from the stretch. Sisto goes. Breaking ball's popped up. Lillard back. McKenna back. This one's going to drop. It's into the gap, into right center field. 1 run will score. Canty will go to 3rd. Now stop at 2nd. It's an RBI double for Alex Canty, and the game is all tied here at 1. So Sisto comes all the way to score from first. Canty picks up the RBI. It's his 7th. Extends the inning for Camilo Espinosa, the catcher from Lemoyne. He's 1 for 1 tonight. Hit a 2-out single off of Wong in the first. Wong from the stretch, looks back at 2nd, now fires the first pitch breaking ball. Deep to left. Ballier back. Now finds it, settles under it to end the inning, but not before the Flames tie this one up. 1 run, 2 hits, with the big hit being a 2-out double to the right center field gap to tie this one up. They left one on. We head to the 4th. 7, 8, and 9 for the Pilots when we get back. So Jake Binder finishes up his warm-up tosses and will toe the rubber here in the top of the 4th with the score all knotted up at 1. Pilots got their one on a bases-loaded walk to Battaglia in the top of the 3rd. Flames answered back with a 2-out double in the bottom half. The first pitch to Matthew Lillard, the right fielder, misses for ball 1. Lillard 0 for 1 tonight, flew out to left. The 1-0 pitch misses low, ball 2. It'll be Lillard, Christian Orr, and Mark McKenna here in the 4th. The 2-0 lined into center field. Scalzo settles under it, makes the play for the first out of the inning. The second fly out for Matthew Lillard. He's 0 for 2. That will bring up the youngest Newark Pilot, Christian Orr, the high school senior who recently graduated from Clay High School in Ohio. Going to be playing at Saginaw Valley State next year. Digs in, still looking for his first hit on the campaign. Squares the bunt, pulls it back. They're going to ask and see if he offered at it. Base umpire says he did not. And the count is 1 ball, no strikes. Christian Orr 0 for 18 on the year. Has been on base, however, with walks and hit by pitches. The 1-0 misses, ball 2. He's walked 6 times and been hit once. Struck out against Houston Roth last night in his only at-bat. One of 20 Pilots to strike out. The 2-0 misses very inside, but with the inside strike zone from Tim Adams, you can't be too sure on the pitch too far inside. The 3-0, an outside, strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Back-to-back takes for Christian Orr, and Jake Binder has worked this count back full. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Christian Orr down swinging, and the first 2 Pilots are retired here in the inning. The batter's Mark McKenna. Lined a single into center on a 2-0 count in the top of the 3rd and scored the Pilots' lone run of the game. Relievers Justin Bayer and Chase Haggerty for the Flames have whipped out the radar gun for Jake Binder here in the top of the 4th. Trying to get Binder some looks, the sophomore from Ithaca. Not throwing as hard as Houston Roth threw last night against the Pilots. The 1-strike pitch to McKenna. Blooped into center field. This one's going to drop. It's going to hit the wall. McKenna's going to round first. He's going to head to second. He's going to round second. He's going to head to third. and he is going to slide into third with a 2-out triple. Mark McKenna is 2 for 2 after coming into today with just 4 hits. That's McKenna's second triple on the year, the first since the 12-5 win all the way at Geneva. That was back over 2.5 weeks ago, a win when the Pilots snapped their 8-game losing streak. So McKenna extends the inning, and the hitter is Jorge Leon. On the scoreboard, it says he's 0 for 1, but squared to bunt would have beat out the throw from Binder at first, so it should be a hit. So he should have 1 hit, and McKenna should have 2. But the Onondaga scoreboard people don't think so. So Leon, he takes strike 1 with McKenna on third, up for the 3rd time tonight. Bounces the ball to third. It's foul out of play. And it's strike 2 to the Pilot shortstop. Jake Binder working from the stretch with McKenna on third. It's a 2-strike count, and there's 2 outs. Jorge Leon is at the plate. The 2-strike pitch. Grounded to third. Bennett slides, comes up with it. Fires across the diamond to end the inning. So a 2-out triple by McKenna is wasted. We head to the bottom of the 4th. We're all knotted up at 1 here in Syracuse. So the Pilots get a 2-out triple from Mark McKenna in the top half of this inning before Jorge Leon grounds out to third to end it. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 against Wong in the bottom of the 4th. Wong working from the stretch to Gage Lanning. Lines the ball into left. This one is going to be just foul. Would have been extra bases for Lanning, who leads the league with 6 triples. 4 more triples than the second-place guy, Colton Carney, for the Pilots. He's got 2. It's a 1-strike pitch from Wong to the Canisius Jr., the designated hitter for the Flames. From the stretch, it misses high, and it's ball 1. Wong working here in his 4th inning of work. 3 hits through the first 3 and 1 run scored. The 1-1 misses in the dirt, ball 2. Flames got their run on a 2-out double to the right center field gap from Alex Canty. Gage Lanning to lead off this inning. The 2-1. Grounded. Eli gloves it. Fires across the diamond. Low throw to Battaglia, but makes the play for the first out of this inning. So Lanning grounds out to Eli for the 2nd time in this game. And there's 1 away. Nick Eli with his 3rd assist tonight. That'll bring up the first baseman, Trey Bauer. Also grounded out to Eli his first time up. The first pitch from Wong, fouled back out of play. Strike 1. Bauer, a junior at Cornell, batting .340 with a .410 on base percentage in 16 previous games for the Flames. One strike pitch from the stretch. Fouled into right. Lillard over, but it goes foul. Strike two. Flames coming into this one in third place in the Western Division at 11-6. 2 games behind the leaders, Jamestown, who are 14-5. The 2-strike pitch misses outside. Ball 1. The Pilots are 4-14, 9.5 games behind the Jammers. They're in the cellar. 1-2. Slow grounder. Eli gloves it. Now fires to Battaglia for his second straight assist, his 4th of the game, and the second out of this bottom of the 4th. So that will bring up the lone left-handed hitter in this Onondaga Flames lineup, Sam Little. Grounded out to Christian Orr, his last time up. He wears number 9. He plays in right field. A sophomore at Ithaca. Fouls it back. Strike 1. His twin brother, Webb Little, with the night off. Webb Little with a shooting sleeve on his right arm with an open stance from the left-handed batter's box. Waits the 1-strike pitch. Popped up. Eli gives it a look, but it will land out of play as a dark cloud is beginning to make its way over the field here at Onondaga Community College here in Syracuse. Wong working from the stretch. The 2-strike pitch with 2 outs. Grounded to Leon. Gloves it. Will fire to Battaglia. Inning over. So Wong gets 3 ground outs and gets the Flames to go 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-1 game. It'll be Ballier, Alaka, and Poe when we get back to Onondaga Community College. So it'll be a new pitcher here for the Flames against the Pilots 2, 3, and 4 in the top of the 5th as heavy winds have entered the playing surface. Jake Binder goes 4 innings, 3 hits, just the earned run on the bases loaded walk. He walked 6 pilots, as many walks as he had in 11 2/3 previous innings, and strikes out 1. The new pitcher, number 2, Dominic Spinoso, pitching to Camilo Spinoso, both from Syracuse, New York, so gonna assume they're brothers. Camilo, the sophomore at Lemoyne. Dominic, gonna be a freshman at Fairleigh Dickinson in the fall. Working from the windup, fires a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Dominic Spinoso working to the left fielder, John Balliet. From the windup, 1-0 pitches, misses, and it's ball 2. Balliet, the left-handed left fielder, waits. Spinoso from the windup drops a breaking ball in for strike 1. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Spinoso went an inning and a third on Friday night in game 1, walked a batter, and struck out a pilot. The 2-1 to Balliet, swung on, fouled back. The count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Half very dark clouds and half light clouds head overhead at Onondaga Community College here in Syracuse. Spinoso to Spinoso, the 2-2. Inside, but with that big inside strike zone from Tim Adams, you can never be too sure. Balliet takes the count as 3 balls and 2 strikes. Spinoso from the windup, the payoff pitch. Balliet waits, the full count. Popped up. Third baseman gives it a look, will let it land out of play. Count still 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Dominic, the younger of the Spinosos, making his 4th appearance, 3 1/3 previous innings, no hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 7 walks, 3 Ks, has a 2.70 ERA. The payoff pitch to Balliet, swung on, fouled back, stays alive again. Count still full. Rain expected to hit any minute here in Syracuse. Just after 6 o'clock on the East Coast, Spinoso working from the windup. The payoff pitch. Balliet swings at a pitch out of the zone for strike 3. So Spinoso comes in and strikes the first pilot out here in the top of the 5th on a full count. And that will bring up the catcher, Will Alaka. Alaka, no official plate appearance tonight, but he's walked twice. The 1-0 misses low, or the first pitch misses low. The count is 1-0. 1-1 score here in the top of the 5th. Both teams got their runs in the 3rd. Spinoso from the windup. 1-0 misses, ball 2. Pilots get theirs on a 2-out bases loaded walk to Peter Battaglia. Flames tied it up on a 2-out RBI double deep to right center field by Alex Canty. Spinoso working from the windup, the 2-0, misses, ball 3. To the Pilots' designated hitter tonight, Will Alaka, looking to reach base for the 3rd time via the walk. The same duo for the Flames has the radar gun out now for their reliever, Spinoso. Spinoso is, in fact, throwing harder than Binder, still not as hard as Houston Roth threw last night. The 3-0, Alaka taking all the way, and the count is 3 balls and 1 strike. Poe, the catcher, waits on deck. Alaka supporting the no batting glove look. The 3-1, lined into left. Carey gave it a look, but will let it drop. Alaka on base for the 3rd time tonight, his first hit. It's a 1-out single, and that will bring up Poe. Po Chuan Pon has walked and struck out tonight. He's catching his Taiwanese countryman Wong on the mound. Alaka leads off first. Spinoso drops a breaking ball for strike 1. Spinoso working from the stretch with a runner on first. The 1-strike pitch misses in the dirt. Camilo Spinoso has to go to the backhand to prevent that ball from going to the backstop. It's a 1-1 count to Poe.
You guys doing okay?
There's a runner on first. That's Alaka. He takes his lead. He misses. 4-2. So we've seen 2 Nolans, 2 Gallaghers, 2 Littles, and now 2 Spinosos from the Flames. The 2-1 count. Alaka takes his lead. A breaking ball from Spinoso. Poe looks at it. 4-2. Here at Onondaga Community College, in the top of the 5th inning, in Syracuse, New York. Spinoso working from the stretch. Alaka leads off first. The 2-2, fouled back. Poe stays alive, and the count is all evened up at 2 strikes. Peter Battaglia waits on deck. Playing here in heavy winds with very dark clouds hovering overhead of this turf field at Onondaga Community College. 2 strikes, 1 out. Poe asks for time. Tim Adams grants it. So ahead of the 2-2 to the Pilots backstop Poe. Alaka leads off first, being held on by Trey Bauer. Spinoso working from the stretch, the 2-2. Misses in the dirt. Camilo Spinoso goes to the backhand again to prevent that one from going to the backstop. And the count was full. To the Pilots catcher, Poe. Looking for his 2nd walk tonight. Spinoso throws over. Alaka slides back in head first safely. So 3 strikes, 1 out. Ballier struck out to lead off this inning, then an Alaka single. Now the count is full to Poe. The payoff pitch misses outside. It's a walk. It's Poe's 2nd walk of the day. It's the Flames' 7th walk as a team through the first 4 1/3. And the Pilots have runners on first and second. So Battaglia is at the plate. There's runners on first and second for the Pilots. That's Poe and it's Alaka. There's 1 out. Battaglia already with 1 RBI, looking for more. A Pilots runner in scoring position. Spinoso drops the breaking ball in for strike 1 on the first pitch to the Pilots' first baseman, Battaglia. Battaglia has come up with the bases loaded twice and 2 runners on now for his 3rd plate appearance. The 1-strike pitch misses high. Ball 1. With the bases loaded in the first, he grounded into a 6-4-3 inning-ending double play. With the bases loaded into the 3rd, he walked in a run with 2 outs. So here he is with runners on first and second in the 5th. It's a 1-1 count. Spinoso working from the stretch. Fouled back at a play. Count is 1 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Pilots have runners on first and second, looking to break this tie in the top of the 5th. It's Battaglia at the plate. The 1-2 misses from Spinoso. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, or 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Spinoso from the stretch. Battaglia pops it up into the infield. Canty goes over, Bauer settles under it. Now the right fielder, Sam Little, is going to make the play all the way onto the infield turf for the second out of this inning. So the wind really carried that one. 4 different Flames made an attempt at that catch. And now with 2 outs, Nick Eli will step to the plate. He'll have a chance to break this 1-1 tie. Top of the 5th, 2 outs. Pilots have 2 on. A walk and a single with 1 out have them there. Spinoso goes to his breaking ball for strike 1. When in doubt, Dominic Spinoso has gone to that breaking ball, and it's been a strike just about every time. Goes to the fastball on the 1-strike pitch, and it misses. Count is all evened at 1 to the Pilots' third baseman, Nick Eli. Eli making his 3rd start. He's 0 for 2 tonight. The 1-1 fouled back. Strike 2. Now would be a good time for Eli's first RBI. With heavy rains in the area, if the Pilots could get any lead and finish half a game, maybe they can escape here with a win. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs to the Pilots' third baseman, Nick Eli. From the stretch, the inside breaking ball misses, and the count is all evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nick Eli with the shooting sleeve on his right arm and his pants pulled up, showing his blue socks. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners on, 2 outs. They're from the stretch. Pokes it into right. Second baseman back, Sam Little in. Sam Little goes to the slide, makes the play to end the inning. So Nick Eli robbed of a hit here to end the top of the 5th. The Pilots leave 2 runners on. It's 1-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 against Peng Phi Wong when we get back. So Peng Phi Wong went out to start his warm-up tosses. The Pilots defense joined him. But the home plate umpire, Tim Adams, is going to call the fielders off the mound as Franklin Bush and Bennett Schultz will join the Flames coaching staff for a meeting. It's now an official game through 4.5, but the score is tied at 1. There's lightning in the area. We're going to see what they decide to do. And after a brief meeting, they're going to call the Pilots defense back out. So no rain delay just yet. After the Pilots defense was pulled off the field, they're now called back on. So we're going to let Peng Phi Wong throw his warm-up pitches. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 5th here from Syracuse, New York. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 for the Flames in the bottom of the 5th. Still on the mound for the Pilots, it's Peng Fi Wang. He's gone 4, just 3 hits. He struck out 2 and has not walked a batter. First pitch to Matt Carey, strike 1. Has retired the last 4 batters. Got the Flames to go 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the 4th on 3 groundouts. The 1-strike pitch from the stretch, fouled back quickly, 0-2 to the left fielder and the 7-hole hitter for Onondaga, Matt Carey. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Was Peng Fi Wang's first strikeout. The Taiwanese-born right-hander working to his countryman Po. 2-strike pitch misses in the dirt. Ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Sorry, guys.
To the leadoff man, Matt Carey. One ball, 2 strikes. Wang from the stretch. The pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Went to the off-speed pitch to strike out Matt Carey for the 2nd time. Wang's 3rd strikeout of the night. And now the batter will be Ricky Sisto. Sisto came in to tonight's matchup just 1 for 22 over 11 games. But of course, how baseball works, singled his first plate appearance off Wang. So after going 1 for 22, he's 1 for 1 tonight. He's the shortstop. The first pitch from Wang. Ball 1. Sisto made a great play back in the top of the 3rd to prevent McKenna from scoring from 3rd on a ground ball hit to him with the infield in. It's 2-0 to Sisto. He dove to his right, hopped to his feet, and fired to first to prevent the Pilots' first run. They would eventually get a run in the inning on a bases-loaded walk. 2-0 pitch from Wang. Fired in an outside corner for the strike. Count was 2-1. Sisto pops this one up. Poe's going to give it a look. It's going to land foul just in front of the press box. And the count is all evened up at 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ricky Sisto, the freshman from Monroe Community College. He's up here with 1 out in the 5th. We're all tied up at 1. Sisto scored that run back in the bottom of the 3rd to tie this one up. Wang goes to the breaking ball. It misses inside. Count is full now to the Flames shortstop Sisto. From the right-handed batter's box, Wang from the stretch. Pitch misses high. And it's the first walk from the right arm of Peng Fi Wang tonight. Just his 4th walk on the year. And that will bring up the number 9-hole hitter, Stephen Bennett. Bennett, the 3rd baseman. Up with a runner on first. He struck out swinging his first time up and is only at bat against Wang. First pitch misses inside, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count to the freshman from Canisius, Bennett, the 3rd baseman, with the shortstop leading off first, the 1-0. Lined. This is going to be a base hit. McKenna over in the left center field. This one's going to roll off the wall. Sisto rounds 2nd, now rounds 3rd. Sisto will score. It's a tie-breaking RBI double for Stephen Bennett. And Onondaga takes the lead. It's now 2-1. So Sisto scores his 2nd run of the game. It's the 2nd RBI double for Onondaga of this game. And the score is 2-1. That'll now flip the lineup back over for Anthony Scalzo. Eli in at 3rd. Battaglia now comes in at 1st. Breaking ball, lined up the middle. Jorge Leon dives over from his knees, fires, and gets Scalzo at 1st for the 2nd out. But Stephen Bennett moved up 90 feet to 3rd. So a great 2nd out by Leon. Just a great play to scoop, keep it in the infield, and then fired from his knees to make the play. And that will bring up Alex Canty, the 2nd baseman. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI double tonight. Wong from the stretch. Fastball, strike one. One strike, 2 outs. We have played an official game to this point. No rain overhead just yet. Dark clouds, however, here in Syracuse. One strike pitch was fouled back by Canty. He's quickly behind, no balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Flames have, however, retaken the lead here in the bottom of the 5th, the 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3, inning over. But not before Onondaga takes the lead on a 1-out double from Stephen Bennett, scoring Ricky Sisto all the way from first. They lead 2-1. We head to the 6th. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 in the Pilots' order when we get back. So, similar to what happened to the Pilots in the last half inning, the home plate umpire lets the Flames go out on the field. Dominic Spinoso finishes his warm-up pitches. Then the coach for Onondaga comes out, talks to the umpires, and the Onondaga Flames defense comes off the mound. So now we're having another conversation between Franklin Bush, Bennett Schultz, and the coaching staff for the Flames with Tim Adams and the base umpire. No word yet whether if we're in an official delay or not, as it appears they are looking at the radar. We've played 6 innings and the Flames lead it 2-1. So we have played an official game here at Onondaga Community College. But down just 1 run and still 4 at-bats left in this game, the Pilots are going to do everything in their power to not let Onondaga call this game. They lead 2-1. An important game for the Pilots trailing. It'll be 7, 8, and 9, Lillard, Orr, and McKenna when we resume this game. But for right now, we are in a weather delay. We'll keep you updated and be right back. Welcome back to Colburn Park. The Onondaga Flames have retaken the field here at Onondaga Community College in Syracuse, New York. They lead it 2-1 here in the top of the sixth inning. Pilots got the scoring started with an RBI bases-loaded walk in the top of the third with 2 outs by Peter Battaglia. Onondaga tied it up with a 2-out RBI double deep to right center field by Alex Canty. And then they took the lead in the bottom of the fifth inning on a 1-out RBI double deep to left center field from Stephen Bennett. Dominic Spinoso has just about finished his warm-up tosses, and Matthew Lillard, the right fielder, will come up to the plate for the Pilots. It'll be Lillard, Orr, and McKenna here in the top of the sixth inning. Spinoso working from the windup, officially an 18-minute rain delay. First pitch swinging is Lillard, swing and a miss for strike one. So Lillard, the left-hander, working against Spinoso in his second inning of relief of Jake Binder. Fastball taken inside, and the count is quickly 0-2 to the Pilots' right fielder, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Spinoso inside, pitch got all the way to the backstop. Went over to the Pilots' dugout during the 18-minute break, and some of their players ruled it a sun delay here in Syracuse. Spinoso working from the windup. The 1-2 to Lillard misses. Ball 2. So after the 18-minute delay, the Flames sent their right-hander back onto the hill. So we'll see if the Pilots will send theirs out in the bottom half of this inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the right fielder, Lillard. Fastball inside, and the count is full. Lillard has worked the count back. 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's nobody out here in the top of the sixth inning. Flames lead 2-1. Spinoso working from the windup. Inside, and Matthew Lillard works a leadoff walk here in the top of the sixth inning. And that will bring up number 4, Christian Orr. He looks down at his third base coach, Franklin Bush. It's a 1-run game. It's the top of the sixth. Lillard will lead off first, being held on by Trey Bauer. Orr will step back in, see if he's bunting here. He's 0 for 2 tonight, 0 for 19 on the year. The youngest Pilot still looking for his first hit on the summer campaign. Breaking ball, did not square to bunt. He takes for strike 1.
Give me a spitter. Bring me a spitter. Bring me a spitter. Yes.
1 ball, no strikes. Lillard leads off first. Christian Orr is at the plate. Spinoso working to Spinoso. Orr squares to bunt. The pitch is high, and it's 2-0 to the youngest Pilot, Orr. Orr has reached base 7 times this year, 6 walks, and a hit by pitch. Two balls, no strikes, nobody out. Lillard leads off first. Spinoso throws over. Lillard dives back in safely. Christian Orr steps out, looks down at his third base coach. Bauer holding on, Lillard at first, third baseman in on the corners. Orr squares the bunt, pulls it back, takes outside, and the count is 3-0. So after a 1-2 count to Matthew Lillard, 3 straight balls to walk him, and now 3 straight balls to Christian Orr to start this at-bat, the count is 3-0. The scoreboard continues to be wrong here at Onondaga Community College, and the 3-0 to Christian Orr. Taking all the way, takes high, ball 4. So 7 straight balls for Dominic Spinoso after the sun delay. Has walked the first 2 batters here for the Pilots in the top of the 6th. And now with Mark McKenna coming up to the plate, he'll go all the way down to third for a verbal sign from Franklin Bush. Bennett Schultz, the coach at first, wearing Lillard's shin guard and Orr's elbow guard down there. Now McKenna, who's 2 for 2 tonight, he scored the Pilots' lone run and also hit a triple. He's played center field for them. McKenna has a sacrifice bunt on the year with runners on first and second. The corners are in the middle infield, even with the back. Dominic Spinoso looks back. McKenna squares the bunt, pulls it back, takes the 8th straight ball by Dominic Spinoso. The count is 1-0. The Flames have a lefty warming up in their pen. No one warming up for the Pilots. McKenna with his open stance against Dominic Spinoso from the stretch. Runners on first and second. The 1-0. Squares the bunt. A late square by McKenna. Pulls it back. Takes ball 2. Trey Bauer, the first baseman, charging with the second baseman Canty going over to first to cover. See if McKenna tries to turn again. It's a 2-0 count. The count is in his favor. Lillard and Orr lead off first and second. Squares the bunt late, pulls it back, and it's ball 3. So 10 straight balls from the right arm of Dominic Spinoso. Back-to-back 3-0 counts the Pilots hitters. Pilots are a pitch away from loading up the bases here in the top of the 6th. The 3-0 to McKenna, taking all the way, ball 4. The bases are loaded on 3 straight walks to begin the 6th after the sun delay. The batter will be Jorge Leon, and the Flames are going to go to their pen. It'll be a left-hander when we get back. It's McKenna, Orr, and Lillard patrolling the bases. The Flames will bring in a left-hander. It's Leon and Ballier, 2 left-handed hitters scheduled for the Pilots. The bases are loaded. There's no one out. It's the top of the 6th, and the Pilots trail 2-1. We'll be right back. So after 3 straight walks to begin this inning, after an 18-minute sun delay here at Onondaga Community College in Syracuse, Dominic Spinoso's night is over. And with 2 straight lefties scheduled for the Pilots, at the top of their lineup, Jorge Leon and John Ballier, bases loaded, no one out. The Flames will go to their bullpen. It's number 19, Trent Schulte, a freshman from Bainbridge Island, Washington, and Gonzaga. Throwing from his left hand, he's 5'11", 190. He's making his 6th appearance, 5 1/3, 9 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, 2 Ks. He's 0 for 1 with a save and a 6.75 ERA. The Flames will bring their infield in with nobody out, the bases loaded, and the lead. The first pitch, Leon takes, lefty-lefty matchup, strike 1. So Spinoso walks 4. The Flames have walked 10 Pilots hitters. The bases are loaded and no one's out. Leon takes inside, ball 1. Pilots have already left 7 base runners in this game and come to the plate for the 3rd time tonight with the bases loaded. The 1-1, Leon takes, ball 2. There's nowhere to put Jorge Leon on the base paths. Pilots do have a bases loaded walk in this game. That was by Peter Battaglia. The 2-1 to Leon, grounded to 3rd. Lillard charges, Orr went back to 2nd. And the throw goes in to the Pilots' dugout. Christian Orr is going to score. It's going to be a dead ball. Jorge Leon goes down to 2nd. 2 runs will score for the Pilots, and we'll see how they score that one. It looks like they're going to send Leon back to second base. They're going to send Leon back to first, McKenna back to second. Both runs are going to score for the Pilots on 2 errors by the shortstop. So an error that allowed Leon to reach, and then an error that allowed Christian Orr to score. So no RBI on the play, but the Pilots take the lead. It's 3-2. Still nobody out in the inning. Top of the 6th, Pilots lead 3-2. Still with no hits in the inning. No out. Schulte steps off, turns. McKenna back in safely. So 2 errors on 1 play, and Ballier lofts this one out deep. Left center field. Center fielder back, makes the play. McKenna will tag from second. He's now at third. There are runners on the corner, so a productive first out by John Ballier has runners on the corners for the Pilots and 1 out. So another poor scoreboard play for the Onondaga Flames here. Should be 3 errors and 5 Pilots hits, or 4 Pilots hits on the scoreboard. It reads 2 errors and 3 Pilots hits. Should have been 2 errors on the 1 play, but they only gave the shortstop Ricky Sisto 1. It was a fielding error and a throwing error. First pitch now to Will Alaka. Misses outside, ball 1. Will Alaka has reached base all 3 times tonight. 2 walks and a single. So he's 1 for 1, continuing his hot hitting. Leon leads off first, McKenna off third. Alaka grounds the 1-0 foul. Count is all evened up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Trent Schulte on the mound. 2 unearned runs charged to Dominic Spinoso. McKenna at third is his responsibility. Schulte from the stretch. Alaka fouls back the 1-1, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 3 straight walks to start the inning. Then the Flames go to their pen. They bring in Schulte, bring the infield in. A slow ground ball to the shortstop, playable. The shortstop boots it, that's 1 error. Then Christian Orr, not running on the play, didn't think there was a runner behind him. The throw from Sisto then allowed Orr to score from second as it got into the Pilots' dugout as Alaka strikes out swinging. So that's how he got those 2 errors on the 1 play. And now Alaka strikes out for the second out. With runners on the corners, the batter will be Poe, looking to extend this inning. He struck out and walked twice. Pilots have 3 runs, just 1 RBI, as Poe takes strike 1. From the southpaw, Schulte has blown the Flames' lead after they were trying to get this game called with the 18-minute sun delay. Poe fouls the 1-strike pitch into the Flames' dugout. Strike 2. Leon leads off first, reached on an error. McKenna on third, reached on a walk, and then moved to third on a sacrifice fly from Ballier. 2 outs, 2 strikes, 2 runners home for the Pilots. Schulte on the mound. Poe steps out ahead of the 2-strike pitch. Peter Battaglia waits on deck. He's been up twice with the bases loaded tonight. The 2-strike pitch to Poe misses. Counts 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Leon off first, McKenna off third. Lillard and Orr have scored the runs here in the inning. So all 3 runs from the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for the Pilots. The 1-2 to Poe missed. Count was all evened up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch to Poe. Home plate umpire Tim Adams did not know the count. On the 2-2 pitch, he lazy called a strike to Poe, and then as the Flames defense ran off the field, he rung him up to end the inning. But The Pilots retake the lead in the top of the sixth. After an 18-minute sun delay here at Onondaga Community College in Syracuse, the first three batters for the Pilots walk off Dominic Spinoza. They go to their bullpen. Jorge Leon hits a chopper to the shortstop. He boots it. Lillard scores from third. Christian Orr froze on the bases. Sisto then overthrows the third baseman for a second error that allows Orr to score from second. That's how the Pilots got their runs. They left 2 on, did not have a base hit in the inning. It's 3-2. Wong still on the mound. We'll head to the bottom of the sixth and be right back. So 35 minutes after Peng V. Wong threw his last pitch after the 18-minute sun delay and then the long top half of the sixth, he will retake the mound. Did throw some warm-ups in the bullpen during the delay. So he's back on the stretch. 3, 4, and 5 for the Flames. They're down 3-2. First pitch misses low to Camilo Spinoza, who's 1 for 2 tonight. Ball 1. Wearing number 4 from the right-handed batter's box against the righty Taiwanese-born pitcher Po. The 1-0 misses outside. And it's ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes to the leadoff man, Spinoza, the catcher for Onondaga. It's 3-2. Pilots got 2 unearned runs in the top of the sixth. The 2-0. Popped up. Battaglia gives it a look. He's going to charge. Is it playable? He settles under it. Just runs out of room as he crashes into the fence on the first base side. The count goes to 2-1 to Spinoza. Battaglia looked like he had a good read on that one, but ran out of room just in front of the Flames bullpen. So it's a 2-ball, 1 strike count from Wong to the Flames catcher. The 2-1 from the stretch. Looped into right. Lillard goes back, gets turned around. He will not catch it. It'll hit the wall. So it's a leadoff base hit for Spinoza as Lillard gets the ball in. Spinoza's going to the third. The throw from Christian Orr will be there. It's a leadoff triple to start this 6th inning. The Flames have their leadoff man on in the 6th. So the Pilots, when they scored their 1 run in the 3rd, immediately gave the run back up in the bottom of the inning. And now after scoring 2 in the top of the 6th, immediately have the leadoff man on 3rd. Pilots will bring their corners in and their middle infield playing about even with the bag. The batter is Gage Lanning, the leading hitter in the league, has grounded out to Eli both times tonight. Takes outside ball 1. The junior from Canisius is the designated hitter for the Flames. Wong from the stretch, the 1-0. Popped up. McKenna goes back, now charges. Sprints in. This ball is going to drop in front of him. It's an RBI base hit for Gage Lanning. And this game is retied here in the inning. So a triple and a single off Wong in this inning has retied the game up at 3. Lanning will now be held on by Battaglia, and the batter is the first baseman, Trey Bauer. He's also grounded out to Nick Eli both times. The infield backs up, and a first pitch breaking ball from Wong for strike 1. It's 3-3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. here at Onondaga Community College. We had an 18-minute weather delay that the Pilots players ruled a sun delay as no rain had fallen. As Bauer squares the bunt, he pulls it back, and now he's behind in the count 0-2. Bauer 0 for 2. He's behind in the count 2 strikes, and Wong will throw over to Gage Lanning at first. Bottom of the 6th inning, the 2-strike pitch. Poe will hold it there, and then we'll turn around and give Tim Adams a look behind the plate. Both these teams know firsthand from Friday night in that second game that Tim Adams has a very inconsistent strike zone. Poe just asking where that one missed. The 1-2. This one inside. Must have been very inside, because that one missed as well. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Poe from the stretch. Runner leads off first. We're tied at 3-3. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Trey Bauer down swinging. That's the 4th strikeout from Wong, his 18th on the year. The first out in the inning, and the batter will be Sam Little. Sam Little, the left-handed right fielder, the only lefty in the Flames lineup. The first pitch from Wong looks at a breaking ball for strike 1. Gage Lanning leads off of first. He had an RBI single to retie this game up at 3. Pitch in the dirt. Poe goes to the backhand. Throw down to second. High to Leone. So it should be a pass ball on Poe that allowed Lanning to move up to second to take away the double play possibility. Poe had originally blocked it. Then the ball fell out of his glove. There's a runner in scoring position now and 1 out. 1 ball, 1 strike to the right fielder, Sam Little, who's 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts tonight. From the left-handed batter's box, pitch in the dirt. Count was now 2 balls and 1 strike to the sophomore from Ithaca, batting .255 on the summer. From the left-handed batter's box, 2-1 count, 1 out. Wong looks back. Now drops in a breaking ball. Poe's going to hold that one there for an extra second for Tim Adams to get a long look at. No dice. And the count was 3 balls and 1 strike. Sam Little steps out. Now steps in and waits for the 3-1 from the stretch from Pang Phi Wong. Wong has walked just 1 flame hitter tonight. Still working from the stretch. It's a 3-1 count. Wong looks back, now fires. Runner starts to go. He held, but it's ball 4 to Sam Little. The third base runner to reach for Onondaga. And they have 2 men on with just 1 out. And now Poe will go out and talk to Wong. And now Bennett Schultz is going to go out with the translator Poe. So a different Poe than the catcher Poe. It's the English-speaking Bennett Schultz talking to the Taiwanese-speaking battery mate with their translator to help Schultz out on the mound. Nick Eli, Christian Orr, and Battaglia will now go join the conversation. After the Pilots got 2 runs in the top half of the 6th to take a 3-2 lead, a leadoff triple, and an RBI single has tied this game up back at 3. Lanning moved to second on a pass ball, and then a walk to Sam Little, put runners on first and second. There's just 1 out in the inning. Trey Bauer struck out on an off-speed breaking ball from Wong. Wong has 4 strikeouts tonight. He's given up 6 hits. Now the meeting gets broken up by Tim Adams. Everyone will go back to their spots. Poe sprints back to the dugout. Schultz walks back. And Eli, Orr, and Battaglia and Poe go back to their respective bases. So runners on first and second. 1 out in the inning. And the tying run home For the Flames, the batter is Matt Carey. He struck out twice. Eli is in at third, anticipating a bunt. Grounder goes to Eli at third. Goes to the backhand, steps on the back. Fires across the diamond, scooped by Battaglia to end the inning. So a great defensive diving stop by Nick Eli. Steps up, steps on the bag for the unassisted force out, then fires across the diamond to end the inning. But the Flames tie this one up. It's 3-3 as we head to the seventh. It'll be Battaglia, Eli, and Lillard when we get back. So after a great defensive double play by Nick Eli, he'll come up second in this inning. It'll be Battaglia, Eli, and Lillard. It's a 3-3 game, and the first pitch to the first baseman, Battaglia, misses ball one. He's 0 for 2 tonight with an RBI walk. The 1-0, Trent Schulte still on the mound, misses ball two. Pilots got the first 3 men on base in the top of the sixth and scored 2 runs. The 2-0 from Schulte, grounded foul. Strike one. It's a 3-3 game. It's the top of the seventh. The sun is shining over Onondaga Community College's turf field with their dirt mound. We had an 18-minute weather delay in this one. No rain fell on the field, with the Pilots players ruling it a sun delay. Battaglia swings through the 2-1. Its count is 2-2. To the Pilots' first baseman against the southpaw for the Flames. The 2-2. Lined off the chest of the shortstop, Sisto. Battaglia going to beat this one out. So the leadoff man is on, and we'll see how they score that one. Should be an infield single. The ball was scorched off the chest of Sisto. If they rule it an error, it'll be Sisto's third. They're going to give Battaglia a hit, so it's a leadoff infield single for the Pilots' first baseman. And Sisto is saved from his third error of the night. So now the batter is Eli. Immediately squares the bunt, pops it up. Camilo Spinoso won't get to it in time, and it's strike one. So Eli, who made that terrific defensive play to end the bottom of the sixth with a chance to move Battaglia up 90 feet into scoring position. We're in the top of the seventh inning. Ryan Allen beginning to throw in the Pilots' pen. Schulte from the stretch. Squares the bunt, pulls it back. Camilo Spinoso comes up firing, but doesn't throw it as Bauer not quickly covering. The count is 1-1 to Eli. Battaglia leads off first, reached on a leadoff infield single. The Pilots' fifth hit of the night. Battaglia is now 1 for 3 as Schulte throws over. Count is 1-1 to Nick Eli, the third baseman, who's 0 for 3, but has played a terrific third base for the Pilots. 1-1 misses high. It's ball two. Eli steps out, looks down at his third base coach, now steps back in. Did not square to bunt on the 2-0, so we'll see what they have on the 2-1. Not squaring to bunt. Swung on and missed on a change from Schulte. And the count is evened up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Battaglia leads off first. Schulte looks over, now fires. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Nick Eli downswinging for the first out of this 7th inning. And that will bring up the left-handed hitting right fielder, Matthew Lillard. Lillard walked and scored the Pilots' second run in the 6th. Will take his long look down at the third base coach. His first at-bat against the lefty Schulte. First pitch to Lillard, off speed, misses high, ball 1. Lillard has flown out to the left fielder and the center fielder and walked, so he's 0 for 2. Battaglia leads off first. Third baseman Bennett is in. The 1-0 pitch, strike 1. Lillard just 2 for 16 on the summer, appearing in his 9th game. The left-handed hitter from Hendrix College in Dallas, Texas, takes outside. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, lefty-lefty matchup. Christian Orr waits on deck. He's 0 for 2 tonight. The 2-1. Runner goes. Bunt down. Schulte fields it. Now will fire to first for the out. So a sacrifice bunt for Matthew Lillard. Score that 1-3. And with 2 outs, the Pilots have their runner in second for Christian Orr. So now would be the perfect time for the youngest Pilot to pick up his first hit on the year. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout, a walk, and a run scored tonight, and 0 for 19 on the year. Schulte will step off. Battaglia on second base. There's 2 outs in the inning. Go-ahead run at second. The first pitch to Christian Orr misses outside. Ball 1. Orr, the second baseman, at the plate. Battaglia, the first baseman, on second base. Had an infield single to start this inning off. Schulte from the stretch looks back to Battaglia, now fires the 1-0. Just at the top of Tim Adams' strike zone. Orr was taking, and the count is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the youngest Pilot, Orr. Pitches outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Mark McKenna waits on deck. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Orr waits. The count is 2-1. There's 2 outs. There's a runner on second. The score is 3-3. Top of the 7th. Orr pops it up out of play. Count is all evened up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the youngest Pilot, Christian Orr. Right-hander Tyler Rourke warming in the Flames' pen. Schulte from the stretch looks back. The 2-2. Taken outside. And the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. From the stretch, Schulte, the payoff pitch. Christian Orr takes a changeup, strike 3, right down the middle, inning over. So a leadoff single by Peter Battaglia is wasted. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 man left on base. We've played 6.5. Time to stretch here at Onondaga Community College. We're tied at 3. It'll be 8, 9, and 1 for the Flames when we get back. So the big error man for the Flames, Ricky Sisto, will lead off this bottom of the 7th against Peng Phi Wong. It's a 3-3 game here at Onondaga Community College. Wong, working in his 7th inning, fires in a strike. 0-1. Sisto is 1 for 1 tonight. He's also walked. He scored 2 of the 3 Flames runs. Swung on and missed, strike 2. So behind in the count to Wong, 0-2. The 2-strike pitch, taken. Poe gonna hold it there an extra second. Tim Adams says no dice. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To the leadoff man, the shortstop, Sisto. Count is 1-2. Wong from the stretch where he's been all night. Sisto pops it up. Leone goes back. McKenna sprints in. McKenna gonna call him off. Settles under it. Makes the play for the first out of this inning. So Sisto retired for the first time tonight. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, number 11, Stephen Bennett. Hit a go-ahead RBI 1-out double his last time up in the 5th to put the Flames up 2-1. It's now 3-3. We're in the bottom of the 7th. There's 1 out. Bennett has also struck an out against Wong, who drops a first pitch breaking ball in for strike 1. Wong from the stretch wearing number 1 against number 11, Bennett. Drops a breaking ball in again. Bennett gets a nice look at it from the right-handed batter's box for strike 2. So we'll see if he'll take his bat off his shoulder. Down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Poe gonna hold that there for an extra second as well. Then give Tim Adams a nice look from behind the plate. No dice. Counts 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch to Bennett. This one's in the dirt. This one's definitely a ball. No argument from Poe. Count is all evened up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. To the Flames, third baseman Bennett. The pitch. Breaking ball, grounded. Past the diving glove of Nick Eli in the left. It'll be a 1-out single for Bennett, his 2nd hit of the night. He's 2 for 3. And that will bring up the leadoff man from Gonzaga University, Anthony Scalzo. He's 0 for 3 tonight. And he looks down at his third base coach. He's playing center field. 11 for 50, batting just .222 on the year. First pitch breaking ball from Wong. Scalzo leaves his bat on his right shoulder. Looks at it for strike 1. Wong from the stretch throws over. Bennett back in safely. Wong from the stretch. Bennett on first. Now fires. Outside. Scalzo keeps the bat on his shoulder. Strike 2. So back-to-back hitters have looked at the first 2 strikes from Wong. Bennett leads off first, reached on a 1-out single. The 2-strike pitch, blooped into right. Lillard over, playable. He is not going to get there, but the ball is going to bounce foul. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Stephen Bennett leads off of first base. Peng Phi Wong on in his 7th inning. Here with 1 out. He's allowed 7 hits through 6 1/3. Wong from the stretch. The 0-2. Lined into center field. McKenna goes back. Still going back. Still going back. It's over his head. Bennett round second. He heads to third. He'll round third. He'll head home. It's going to be an RBI triple for Anthony Scalzo. The Flames retake the lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So Bennett scores the go-ahead run on the RBI triple from Anthony Scalzo. And now Bennett Schultz will go look and see if he has a reliever warm. The Pilots will bring their infielders in, and the hitter is Alex Canty. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI tonight. Wong from the stretch, every infielder on the grass. The pitch. Strike one. It's the fourth extra base hit off Wong. 2 triples and 2 doubles. 3 of the 4 have been for RBIs. The 1-strike pitch to Canty. Same spot. Canty keeps his bat on his shoulder. Strike 2. So Bennett and Scalzo had both looked at the first 2 pitches for strikes and then both hit base hits. So the odds are in Canty's favor. 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on third. The Flames have retaken the lead, and now with Wong taking his time, Alex Canty, the second baseman for the Flames, will ask for time. He steps out, now steps back in. Behind in the count, 0-2. Wong from the stretch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Alex Canty down swinging for the second time tonight. That'll back the infield up with 2 outs and bring up Camilo Espinosa, the catcher. He's 2 for 3 tonight, has tripled, and flown out to Ballier and left. The triple over McKenna's head hit to the deepest part of this ballpark, dead center field. The first pitch, breaking ball. That pitch was a strike to Scalzo both times. Now it's going to be ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Wong from the stretch. Pitch in the dirt. This one's definitely a ball, and it's ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Flames lead 4-3. The pitch, lined, foul. Nick Eli made a play on the ball. It got past his glove, but landed just foul. So the Pilots catch a break, and the count is 2-1 to Camilo Espinosa. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The 2-1. Outside corner, strike 2. So the count is all evened up at 2. Wong has worked back in the count. Flames closer Rourke rethrowing in their pen. The 2-2. Swung on, grounded right back to Wong. He'll flip it underhand to Battaglia at first to strand the runner at third, but not before Onondaga reclaims the lead. A triple with 1 out over the head of McKenna that just kept carrying deep to dead center field. It's 4-3 as we head to the 8th. The Pilots are running out of time here in this one. They trail by 1 here at Onondaga Community College. They'll have McKenna, Leone, and Ballier when we get back. So Mark McKenna will lead off this top of the 8th inning for the Pilots. The triple from Scalzo went over his head to break the 3-3 tie. Schulte still on his 3rd inning relief. This ball blooped into center field. The left fielder will head over and settle under it for the first pitch out in the inning. So McKenna retired on 1 pitch. And that will bring up Jorge Leon, the leadoff man. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Has reached on an error and walked. Also has an infield single tonight. Up against Schulte for the 2nd time. First pitch, Camilo Espinosa doesn't even try to glove it as it hits off the backstop. Ball 1. Leon, the leadoff man. John Ballier, the left fielder, waits on deck. Jorge playing short tonight. The 1-0. Breaking ball. Inside strike 1. Or ball 1, sorry. Tim Adams' strike zone is confusing me here from the booth. That pitch was a strike from Wong. The 2-0. Misses high, and it's ball 3. Now it's 3 balls, no strikes to the leadoff man, Leon. Taking all the way. Looks at strike 1. Pilots are up here in the top of the 8th with 1 out. They trail 4-3. Onondaga broke the 3-3 tie on a 1-out triple to deep center field in their last time up in the bottom of the 7th. The 3-1 to Leon. Off speed, way out in front of it, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Schulte on in his 3rd inning of relief against 3 straight lefties. Leon bloops it into center. Scalzo settles under it, gloves it, and the Pilots are down to their final 4 outs tonight. In danger of falling to 4-15, 1-9 on the road, and 3-15 against the West. The hitter will be John Ballier. He's 0 for 3 tonight with a walk, a strikeout, and a stolen base. The first pitch from Schulte swung on and missed. An off-speed pitch that got John Ballier swinging early for strike 1. Schulte from the stretch, the 0-1. Change up. Ballier looks at it, strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes, or no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Now 1 ball, as the 2-strike pitch was in the dirt. Pilots down to their final 4 outs here at Onondaga Community College in Syracuse, New York. Schulte from the stretch. Ballier waiting. The 1-2. Lefty-lefty matchup. Lined. Diving stop by Bauer at first. He'll flip to Schulte, but Schulte drops it. Ballier would have beat him out anyway, so we'll see how they score that one here at OCC. So a great stop by Bauer to keep it in the infield, but Ballier would have beat the throw to the pitcher covering anyway. Still no sign on how they're going to score that one, but either way, the Pilots have a 2-out base runner. If it's an error, it's the Flames' 4th. If it's a hit, it's the Pilots' 6th. Now the hitter is Will Alaka, and it's ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes to Alaka, who's 1 for 1 with 2 walks and a strikeout tonight. Correct that, 1 for 2. Has reached base 3 times. Ballier leads off first. Schulte from the stretch. Alaka pops it up. Bauer will settle under it in foul territory to make the play for the final out of the 8th inning. So a 2-out base runner wasted. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Pilots still trail 4-3. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Bottom of the 8th inning. Pilots trail 4-3. Peng Fei Wang's day is done here in Syracuse. He goes 7 strong innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, and struck out 6 Flames hitters. His biggest problem tonight was the shutdown inning after the Pilots scored a run. The Flames got runs back in every innings after. They lead at 4-3, and the new pitcher is Eddie Fournier. Fournier, number 19 from Cypress Community College in Norwalk, California, stands at 6'1", 210 on the mound. He's here, and he'll face the heart of the Flames order, 4, 5, and 6. The designated hitter, Gage Laning, leads off. First pitch, grounds to Eli. Waits back on it, takes his time, fires across the diamond for the first out. So for the third time in 4 plate appearances, Gage Laning grounds out to Nick Eli, and Eddie Fournier has a 1-pitch out in the bottom of the 8th. Fournier appearing in his 3rd game, 3 2/3, 1 hit, 3 runs, 4 walks, 4 Ks. He's 0-1 with a no ERA. He's working from the stretch. Fires the first pitch fastball low to the hitter, Trey Bauer. Bauer's 0 for 3 tonight, has grounded out to Eli twice and struck out, all against Wong. Fournier from the stretch, the 1-0. Lined into right. Lillard over. Lillard will not make the play. It'll drop. Lillard will fire it into the infield. Christian Orr will let it go all the way to Leone, but not in time. It's a 1-out double by Trey Bauer. And the Flames have a runner on with 1 out in scoring position, looking for some insurance with the heart of the Pilots order coming up in the bottom half. We're in the top half of the 9th. We're in the bottom half of the 8th. There's a runner on second. There's 1 out. And the Pilots are down by 1. It's a 4-3 game. The first pitch from Fournier fouled back. Strike 1. Pilots in danger of dropping their 3rd straight. And 6th of their last 7. 1 strike pitch from Fournier. Lined into right. It'll be a base hit. Lillard charges. Bauer rounds second. Rounds third. He's going to be held. So it's a single by Sam Little. And there's runners on the corners with just 1 out. No one warming in the Pilots' pen. So it'll be Fournier's inning. Poe gives his infield the signals. Runners on the corners. Battaglia holding the runner on at first. Middle infield and double play depth. Eli, even with the 3rd base bag. The hitter is Matt Carey. First pitch in the dirt, gets to the screen. It's going to be a wild pitch, and it's going to be a run. Sam Little rounds second, takes a big tag, but stays right there. So Trey Bauer scores on the wild pitch, and the score is 5-3. So the Pilots are going to now need 2 to extend this game in the top of the 9th. There's still 1 out. It's a 1-0 count to Matt Carey, and there's a runner in scoring position. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Or ball 2. Eddie Fournier, the 2-0. Misses low. And the count is 3 balls and no strikes to the 7-hole hitter, Matt Carey. Carey is 0 for 3 tonight. The 3-0. Outside, it's a 4-pitch walk to Matt Carey. 3 straight base runners after Fournier got the first batter out. And now that will bring up Ricky Sisto, the big error man tonight for the Flames. is 1 for 2 at the plate with 2 runs scored and a walk. Infield is back except for Eli, even with the bag. Sisto, the shortstop, waits. Fournier from the stretch in the dirt, ball 1. 5 straight balls from Eddie Fournier on the mound, wearing the stirrup socks. Pilots are off tomorrow. Geneva Tuesday, Mohawk Valley doubleheader on Wednesday, Jamestown doubleheader on Thursday, as Sisto swings through strike 1. All those games are at home. Then Friday at Elmira, Saturday home against Onondaga, Sunday home against Utica. It's a 1-1 count. Runner at third started to go. Fournier, no one was covering. So had Sam Little picked off at second, but no one was covering, so he is back in safely. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Fournier from the stretch looks back again. Now fires the 1-1. It's low, it's outside, and it's ball 2. A double just with 1 out, then a single. Put runners on the corners, then wild pitch and a walk has got us here. 2-1, looped into right. It's going to drop. Lillard charges, comes up throwing. Sam Little holds at third as the throw comes all the way home to Poe, but the bases are loaded here against Eddie Fournier in the 8th. Still no one warming in the Pilot's pen as Bennett Schultz will go out to the mound and talk to his righty. Eli, Leone, or Battaglia and Poe will join the conversation. So the entire infield will talk with Fournier. They will all give him daps to go back to their positions. Fournier's job now to get out of this bases-loaded jam. The number 9 hole hitter, Stephen Bennett, who's 2 for 3 tonight with an RBI double, a single, and a run scored. Battaglia in on the grass at first. Eli even with the bag at third. Middle infield and double play depth. Fournier from the stretch. First pitch breaking ball was a strike for the Taiwanese pitcher Wong, but not for the California-born right-hander Fournier. The 1-0 to Bennett popped up. Battaglia gives it a look. Charges towards the first base line. He will drop it. So Battaglia lets it fall. Should be an error on him. Will be the Pilot's first error of the night. Although in the bright sun here that's hovering over the field at Onondaga Community College, not sure how much that played a factor. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fournier from the stretch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Good block by Poe. The count is 2-1. Nowhere to put Stephen Bennett on the base paths. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The pitch hits Stephen Bennett in the back. That will walk in the Flames' 6th run. They lead it 6-3. So the second run in the inning, that's Stephen Bennett's 2nd RBI, and that will flip the lineup back over for Anthony Scalzo. Scalzo, the right-handed hitter. The bases are loaded. There's 1 out. The pitch from Fournier, strike 1. Scalzo is 1 for 4 tonight, with the 1 being an RBI triple to deep center field to break the 3-3 tie in the bottom of the 7th. One strike pitch fouled back, and Fournier quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. To the Flames center fielder, Scalzo. Battaglia in on the grass. Eli even with the bag at third. Middle infield double play depth. Fournier steps off. He's allowed 3 hits, a walk, and a hit by pitch, and 2 runs scored in this inning. The 2-strike pitch in the dirt. Off the mask of Poe. This one will get away, and this one will be another run for Onondaga. So everyone moves up 90 feet, and it's 7-3. So a wild pitch from Fournier. His second wild pitch in the inning. Moves everyone up 90 feet. Now there's runners on second and third, still 1 out, and the Pilots will bring their infield in. It's 7-3. We're in the bottom of the 8th. 3 runs home in this inning. As the 1-2 to Scalzo misses high. There is a base open now after the wild pitch. Fournier from the stretch. Lined into left. Ballier back. Still back. He will make the play. But it will be a sacrifice fly and an RBI for Anthony Scalzo. It's 8-3. So Bennett tags as well from second. He's at third, and there's 2 outs. It's the 4th Flames run home. Sisto has scored 3 of them, as many as the Pilots have scored all night. The batter now is Alex Canty, the 8th batter in this inning. He's 1 for 4 tonight and pops up the first pitch from Fournier. Poe gives it a look at a play. 4 strike 1. Fournier working from the stretch here in the 8th. It's been a long bottom of the 8th inning, and now this breaking ball is going to hit Alex Canty. A slow breaking ball. The Flames hitter refused to get out of the way of it. Had plenty of time to, but will take first base. The second hit batter in the inning off of Fournier. Canty's on for the second time tonight. And now the Flames have batted around here in the bottom of the 8th. It's Camilo Spinoso, the 9th batter in the inning. Runners on the corners. Poe will give the infield the signs. Fournier working from the stretch. The count is nothing. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. First pitch in the dirt. Blocked by Poe. Ball 1. Fournier, 3 hits, a walk, 2 hit by pitches, 2 wild pitches. Has led to 4 runs on the Onondaga scoreboard. It's 8-3. They've doubled up their run total here in the bottom of the 8th. 1-0 pitch, misfired for strike 1. Battaglia holding the runner on first. The runner goes. Poe comes up firing. It'll be another run, a stolen base home for Bennett. Poe threw down to second. The runner at second froze. Christian Orr's return throw to home not in time. As Poe is now shaken up, and Franklin Bush and the translator will go out and talk to Poe. So it's the 5th run in the inning on the double steal. 5 runs in the inning, just 2 RBIs for the Flames. Now the trainer, the translator, and the coach for the Pilots are talking to Poe. And the Pilots it's going to look like they're going to need another catcher here to finish this game. See if they bring out Capitano, Jonathan Parker, or if they take Alaka out of the designated hitter spot. Poe set off to lead off the bottom of the 9th. So whoever comes in to replace him will take the spot. And it will be Jonathan Parker, number 23. Runner on just second base here at Onondaga Community College. We're going to take a quick break while Jonathan Parker gets ready behind the plate. We'll be right back. So after originally be shaken up, Poe will stay in this game. The timeout was just so Jonathan Parker can bring Poe his catching gear from the bullpen. So Poe will now support his face mask and the Jones County Junior College colors on his chest protector and shin guards. So it appears his shin guard just broke on the collision at home that allowed the 5th base runner to score. The batter is still Camilo Espinosa. The 1-2 misses high, ball 2. Espinosa, the 9th batter to come in this inning. The Flames have scored 4 on just 2, or they scored 5 on just 2 RBIs. They've opened this game up. It's 9-3. Now this ball is lined into left center field. Valier, however, settles under it to end the inning, but not before the Flames put this one up 9-3. As we head to the 9th, it will be the heart of the Pilots' order, 4, 5, and 6. When we get back, Pilots need 6 to keep this game alive. Heart of the Pilots' order here in the top of the 9th, still against Trent Schulte, who is not allowed a run, now in his 4th inning of relief. Just 2 hits. Poe checks his swing. The ball hits off his bat. Strike 1. Inside. Ball 1. So the scoreboard here at Onondaga continues to be wrong. Says 2-0, but it's 1-1. And now it's 1-2. Poe took that one, then turned around at Tim Adams and said, "That wasn't a strike when I was behind the plate." Schulte, the 2-1 lined right at the second baseman, Canty, for the first out of this inning. Pilots down to their final 2 outs tonight. The hitter will be Peter Battaglia. He's 1 for 3 with a bases-loaded walk. He's driven in. He is the only Pilots RBI tonight. Takes a first pitch change-up for strike 1. Pilots 2 outs away from falling to 4-15. 3-15 against the West, 1-9 on the road. They'll be home for their next 5 after a day off tomorrow. The count is now 1-1 to Battaglia. Schulte working from the stretch. The 1-1 misses, ball 2. The 2-1 from the stretch misses low. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, top of the 9th inning. Flames got 5 in the bottom of the 8th to just about put this one away. The 3-1 is lofted into right. Sam Little started in. Now back pedals back towards the wall to make the play for the second out of this inning, and now the Pilots are down to their final out, and they'll send their third baseman, Nick Eli. He's 0 for 4 tonight. Bases empty, 2 outs. Strike 1 to Nick Eli. Count is 0-1. Schulte from the stretch. The 1-strike pitch to the third baseman, Nick Eli. Taken inside. Ball 1. 9-3, top of the 9th inning. Lined to the second baseman. He takes it on a hop. He'll gather, fire to first to end this game. So the Pilots go 1-2-3 in the top of the 9th inning and fall to just 4-15 on the year. Peng Fei Wong takes the loss. Trent Schulte picks up the win for the Flames in relief. Off tomorrow, home for Geneva on Tuesday, home for a doubleheader with Mohawk Valley on Wednesday, and a doubleheader against Jamestown on Thursday. Signing off from this beautiful Sunday night here at Onondaga Community College for the Newark Pilots Radio Network, I'm Frank LaSala. We'll see you back at Colburn Park on Tuesday night.